Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Ciroli. How are you guys? I miss you guys so much. I can't stand this rain. I'm hoping tomorrow is the beautiful day that the weatherman told me. It's going to be 60 and sunny, so make sure you guys get outside. But I wanted to read one of my favorite stories. I did read this in library not too long ago, so hopefully you enjoy it. It is called After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. And it's written by Dan Santat. And he is also the illustrator of the story, After the Fall. Now, I think you guys all know the story of Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Well, this is what happens to him after that fall. Let's see. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was actually just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. He won't climb the ladder to get his favorite cereal. I walked past that wall every day. I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. What is that? Yeah, a paper airplane. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying. Love that he kept on trying and didn't give up until I got it just right. Look at that airplane. It looks just like a bird. My plane was perfect and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. What do you think happened? He looks a little bit upset. I wonder what happened. Does anyone have a guess? I like those guesses. Let's read on to see. They always do. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it, but I was terrified. Who knows what terrified means? Terrified is another word for really scared. I didn't look up, I didn't look down, I just kept climbing one step at a time, until I was no longer afraid. Maybe now you won't think of me as the egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. My goodness, something happened. There are wings there. And learned how to fly. I see what happened. He cracked out of his egg and he hatched into a bird. If you look back here, you can see some feathers start to show. See the feathers? At first I thought they were leaves, but they're actually feathers. And then, ta-da! And when you look here, you see all of his egg falling and his clothes. And he's flying away. No wonder he liked the birds so much. The end. And he's off flying with his friends. After the Fall by Santat. And on the back of the book, I like what he says. It says, life begins when you get back up. It means don't be discouraged. Keep on trying. And if you fail, try it again. Have a great night, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.